Hi, everybody. Jonathan Brandt, GoOutLiving. We have a special guest today. We have Bryan Bourgeois with us. He is the inventor of the DaVinci Orthopedic Pillow. Welcome to the show. Why don't you let us know how you came about the pillow?
Yeah, so it was unfortunately, 10 years of pain that I dealt with. And so it progressively got worse. And it was caused by a wakeboard accident, like a couple wakeboard accidents kind of cracked some of my disc 2, C3, C2, C3. And so I had a herniated disc. And um, just always battling it for like year after year after year, seeing doctor after doctor, both in Texas and Florida. Many different chiropractors, physical therapists, other doctors. And really, the default thing was like, oh, you're going to need to get disc replacement surgery. And I was just like, yep, I'm going to have to, like, it sucks. Like, so much pain. Like, some days I couldn't get out of bed. I was like semi paralyzed on the right side of my upper body. So it was serious. It was not just like some, like, oh, I have a tense neck. It was a very debilitating pain that was actually causing serious, problems of just like daily living. And then I ended up, just buying everything that I could to try to, like, pillows and stuff on Amazon, this and that, trying different things. And one day, like literally right before I was going to elect to get the disc replacement surgery, I came up with a support design that basically free floated my cervical spine. And it did that by transferring the tension from the neck to the head and the upper chest. And also through your own body weight, you kind of, in this position, you had decompression, gravitational decompression. And when I first was laying in this position, within literally 30 seconds, I could feel relief in my neck, like noticeably. Like, it was crazy. I've never had that experience before. And I was like, holy I was like, man, this thing is like what the hell? Like, and then I basically used the design, which is now the DaVinci Orthopedic Pillow. But basically, I did that like throughout the day, throughout the night. I laid on it, and in 3.5 weeks, I was like 85% better. And then in 6 months, 7 months, I was 100% better. I couldn't look to the right at all, like about even 5 degrees, but now I can go all the way. I'm 100% better. Never had any issues since I came up with the design. It's been recommended by top world renowned orthopedic surgeons. John Thies is the chair orthopedic surgeon at the University of Alabama, plus the entire board of the Orthopedic Society there has backed it, by the Sleep Foundation. And it's helped hundreds of people from like get out of chronic pain, neck pain, and also back pain, because it helps both. So primarily, the version that was adapted now is for neck pain. And we also discovered it's the only pillow in the world that actually stops snoring, because the position that it puts you in opens up your airways 100%, which no other product or pillow does. And we've had people, when our trials were going on, we had people that had like snored like crazy or had sleep apnea. And some of these people had had surgeries and like mouth guards, and they still snored. And whenever they were on the pillow, they stopped snoring, right? And it was like, okay, now I need to make the pillow comfortable to where it's not just a therapy pillow where you lay on it for 15 minutes to like 20 minutes to an hour, maybe 2 hours, but you can sleep on it all night. So after 8 years and like tons of testing, a lot of money, and into this, we finally have the perfect like design for not only the neck pain, snoring, sleep apnea, but also just general sleep comfort. It also helps like acid reflux. It's the most comfortable pillow for acid reflux, laying on the left side, because all the products now on the market have really bad reviews and they're uncomfortable. according to like all the reviews. I mean, that's just, it is what it is, but like they work, but they're just hard to sleep on and most people don't like them. But the pillow that I have is extremely comfortable, no matter if you lay on your back, your side, or your stomach. And all those positions, because of the design, they still support and help like your neck pain, your breathing, and everything, because it puts you in this like very unique, design that no other pillow does. And, we have it patented in over 50 countries. And yeah, it's really taking off right now. So
I mean, that's amazing. Is it mostly because it decompresses, like you said, the spine, the neck, opens up airways, opens up, I'm assuming blood vessels, free flow a little bit
well,
better?
that's a good, so it does all that. So like basically, like again, like a good way to explain it is like if this was your neck, like if I'm holding a pencil, like if this is your neck, you're typically, if you're on a regular pillow on a mattress, your neck is not like supported properly where there's tension that resides in the middle of the neck. Now, what my pillow does is it lifts the chest up and it lifts 100% of the weight off the head, to where now it transfers, which you'll notice when you lay on the pillow, it transfers the tension from the neck to the head and to the shoulder to like, or your upper back. And you'll feel more pressure on your head and upper back, and then no pressure on the neck. And so that's one major reason. The panels, how it's designed, there's two panels for the head, and that prevents movement in the head. So that also helps to reduce inflammation. And then you have alignment and decompression, because through gravity and how the pillow is designed, you basically like fall down. So your head is held up on the two panels, and then your spine is basically pulled down by your pelvis. And that provides decompression and traction, which over time allows for disc rehydration. And the disc rehydration like helps like, heal those issues, like the issues that I had. So it comes down to inflammation. And all the current therapies, like for me, for this particular situation, didn't work. Like chiropractic didn't work for this particular situation because it just continued to inflame the neck, and it never allowed it to heal. And so if you can reduce the inflammation, get the blood flow in there, but have it kind of calm down, and then decompress, and give your body the opportunity to heal non-invasively, then it will. And that's what the pillow does. And then we're talking about like obstructive breathing, which is an epidemic now. Over 1 billion people in the world have obstructive breathing or breathing issues or diseases or something. In the entire world is estimated over 1 billion people. And so if you have, and as you age, you typically have this. And a lot of people, like 100 million people about in the US have, sleep apnea or snoring. And if you do a sleep study, a lot of times, especially if it's like moderate to severe, you're going to have 200 to 400 mini strokes a night. And that's due to obstructive breathing, a lack of oxygen in your brain. And then you basically wake up, you don't really know you're having these because you're sleeping, but you're having them. And like long-term effects of lack of oxygen in your brain over years or decades can cause serious issues, dementia, Alzheimer's, or contribute to those. And it can have just devastating effects, like just low energy, you feel tired, you don't get good sleep. So like the DaVinci pillow opens up 100% your airways, like completely. It kind of positions you sort of like CPR, where they like tilt your head back and like it opens up 100% of your airways. That's kind of what it does. It just, yeah, you just get way better sleep. So that's just like, again, I didn't design it for that, but I figured it was going to work. And then we had people like come back and say, hey, like I stopped snoring. Like, oh my God, like it's insane. Like, and I'm like, yeah, I thought it was going to do that, but I didn't know, because I don't snore and I didn't do the testing on it. But sure enough, it does. And we've done a lot of testing on it. The worst case that we've had was a 90% reduction in snoring and obstructive breathing. 90% reduction. That was the worst case scenario. But most of the time it's like better, like maybe like a 95, 98, or 100%. A lot of, it's basically impossible to snore because your airways are 100% open. Unless you have nasal snoring, which is not going to really help that, but most people have like in the throat, and that will solve that issue. So Yeah, it's just an incredible product, really. I mean, it came out like, yeah, really nice. And non-invasive is the biggest thing. It's completely non-invasive, low cost, HSA, FSA approved, and it's comfortable. So it's like, what would you rather do? Lay on a comfortable pillow that fixes you, or spend a bunch of money going to doctors and you know seeing if they work or not. And then there's also potential side effects. Like I've known a lot of people that have had issues with, like, even my mom, like she had, like, they chiropractor like overcracked her neck, and like other people, like, not that chiropractors can definitely work, and they do help, and I had some really good benefits from chiropractic for my lower back. So I mean, they definitely do work, but there also is a possibility for you know a side effect, or something to not go right. If you do a million adjustments, well, some of those adjustments may not pan out good for the patient. That's a possibility. So laying on a pillow, you're pretty much not going to have any problems with that kind of issue. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, it's just an easy way to try and fix a problem. I mean, we talk about back pain all the time. I mean, everybody has, it seems like they have back pain at this point, or they're, like you said, snoring or whatever, but everybody's wanting to jump straight into surgery or straight into,
yeah.
the chiropractic
Well, the doctors, that's the
aspect.
person. If they're a surgeon, they recommend surgery. If they're a chiropractor, they're going to recommend chiropractor. Yeah, like, exactly. It's the medical system. You got to be real careful these days with that. You know.
And that's what this has become, though. It's like we talk about health and wellness. It's an overall tool that people can use, whether you're not sleeping well, or you have pain, or you have, serious injuries. It literally can help anything.
Yeah, no, now we've developed it, or I developed it to where it's, even if you don't have any issues, you still want this product, because the benefit, it's just the comfort that it feels like you're floating on a cloud. You get way better support. You never wake up with like a neck pain or neck kink or anything like that. You breathe better, you sleep better, you wake up energized. You need less sleep, you get deeper sleep. It's just, yeah, it's just a, yeah, win-win-win. And it's a super high quality product that is made in the USA, and it's just like the highest quality materials that you can get. So yeah, it's very exciting now after eight years. It's we're now kind of pretty much, yeah, launching it like right now. And yeah, it's real exciting. A lot of exciting stuff going on with it.
It is exciting. How do people get a hand on them?
So we have it on Amazon, and we have, the website is DaVinciOrthopedics.com. The product is called DaVinci Orthopedic Pillow, and it's on Prime on Amazon. And yeah, you can get it there. It's 30-day risk-free. But once you try it, you kind of have to try the product to really understand how amazing it is, because it's hard to explain to someone until you experience it. And but yeah, you can get it there. We're already setting up big, like, deals with a lot of the doctors for like surgery, hair surgery, cosmetic surgery, for post-op care, where the patients use it after they get some procedure done. So med spas, like, so it's going around, like, and then physical therapy type people. It's already being used by physical therapists in the NFL and NBA right now. So I mean, it is getting distributed other ways, but I mean, for the most, like, you can find it on Amazon or on the website.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I got to ask the name. How did you get the name?
That is a good, well, when you think of Da Vinci, it was just like, he did so many different things, right? And it accomplished so many different things. And that's what this pillow kind of did, right? It was like not just this one thing that did like fix one thing. It does this, it does that, it does this. And then I'm like, okay, that makes sense if it's like the Da Vinci. And I was able to get the trademark on it as well, so it's trademarked and everything. but yeah, I mean, just from being like a new, like the, just like a new invention that does, so many different things. And, the Da Vinci kind of like painting deal where like the guy is like whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's our logo, actually. If you see our website, or if you get the product, you'll see that logo it's actually on the pillow and on everywhere else. So, but it's kind of like, yeah, piggybacking off of that sort of.
Yeah, I
So,
love it. It reminds me of just relaxation, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No.
Anything you want everybody to know
Um,
other than, it's a health and wellness. It hits on everything. Is there any other thing you can think
yeah,
about?
I would just say that sleep is underrated by most people, and it's one of the most important things to get a good night's sleep, to have a good life and a good lifestyle, and to be in good physical, mental health. And, you know, I wouldn't discount like the benefits that it can provide for such a low cost, you know, product that can do like so much benefit to you, especially if you are, an older person that is, maybe dealing with other health issues. This product is a complete game changer. It's something that, a lot of millions and millions of people could benefit from if they try it. So I would
Yeah,
say
it's just
just
one
keep an
less
open
thing.
mind on like things, because there may be something out there that could help you, but you kind of have to experience it yourself or know somebody that. And we look at our reviews. I mean, like all our reviews are insane, and we have so many like also medical reviews and all like from doctors, and just like literally people have gotten like me like chronic pain for 10 plus years and that they're healed. Like we've had just incredible results. So but a lot of the doctors like, oh, like how can a pillow do that? Well, it can. It just you have to give it the opportunity to do that, because there are other ways to like help like fix things. Like obviously this is one of them, but you wouldn't know until has already been done before, and then not only with me but like hundreds of other people that have like got out of chronic pain with it. That's what I would, you know that's my 2 cents on that. Eat healthy, have a good diet, good sleep, and you have a better life. You live longer, you be
Yeah,
happier.
I agree. I agree. It's basically one less thing people have to worry about if they get a good night's sleep.
You'd be surprised how many people have like they find out, they're like, oh yeah, I have neck pain, or like my husband has neck pain, or my husband snores, or whatever. Like it's literally like 80% of the people or more I talk to like have like something going on. So yeah.
No, I love it. I think it's worth trying, that's for sure. So,
Definitely. And it's risk free. So it's on Amazon. It's 30-day free return. So, you're not going to return it, but if you have that worry, we back at 100%. So
I love that. And we're going to put your information on a blog so everybody can get to it easily.
yeah,
Um,
DaVinci
and
Orthopedics. Yep. DaVinciOrthopedics.com, DaVinci Orthopedic Pillow. But yeah.
perfect. Yep, everything will be on that blog as well. And Bryan, I really appreciate it. I think it's like we get too complicated with things, and this is a very simple way to solve a lot of issues to me.
Yeah, total tunnel vision for the like in general for the medical community and like how things are approached. 100%, like total like insane tunnel vision of like, okay, like let's not think outside the box, but this is just a shift, a complete paradigm shift of how things can actually be healed, different than what has been prescribed by like the medical university systems and like all how the way people think. So yeah, totally agree. And it
Perfect.
works. I mean, I wouldn't spend all my savings of my life and my time in 8 years if the thing didn't work and help me and help other people. This product would not be
Well, and
available.
I think that proves a lot too when people are doing something for themselves and then come out with something this great. I
Hmm.
mean, it tells a lot. That's the story behind everything is why things work. is when they put their heart, their soul, their everything into a product. It starts with yourself, but then it can help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that means a lot.
No, I know. It's kind of like something where you come up with it and then you're like you kind of are obligated to to get it out there, or otherwise you just be a Grinch and like, you know, I'd be like, I'm a bad person because I'm not telling people, hey, this is actually, you can fix this way easier and like actually get out of pain, like just, by laying on this thing. So, yeah. But it's been a tough road, I'd be honest.
No,
It's been blood, sweat, and tears getting this thing off the ground, and it's a million times more difficult than I ever imagined, and a million times more expensive than I ever imagined. But now it's taking off finally. But it's been 8 years of blood, sweat, and tears, pretty much.
it's
Yeah,
worth it though, isn't it?
yeah. No, I mean,
It
I'm
really is.
for one better. I mean, like literally, like I was in a horrible place, and like I thought I was going to live in pain for the rest of my life. Like I honestly did. I honestly thought I was never going to get out of that pain, but I am. I've got better, and so it's like my life has completely changed. Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, absolutely awesome. Those are the stories we like to hear, and then to be able to help others is even better. All right. Well, I really appreciate Bryan. Again, thank you so much. The DaVinci Orthopedic Pillow. I mean, just everybody has to go check it out. Like I said, we'll put it on the blog and we'll get all the information out there for you. So, again, thank you, Bryan. Real pleasure. All right, everybody. As you guys know, find the attitude, keep the attitude, go out living. Bye, everybody.